All right, so this is healthy meals breakfast. A little acai bowl recipe that I use that I got from my boy Denny. Check him out. He's a jiu-jitsu beast. Move this. All right, so for preparation, I usually get these, and you can get there's better ones that are a little more expensive, but I get the cheaper brand because money, and it's good enough. It's still good. Okay, so I take these. Giant doesn't have the frozen packets where we live, so I take these, put them in ice trays, freeze them overnight. Then so when you make these, you want like kind of a thicker consistency. You don't want it to be too watery or anything like that. So what I like to do, let's see, we got a vanilla and mixed berry. There we go. Cool. So what I like to do when I make these is basically like I'm not gonna sit here and like make the whole thing on video because it takes a while to like blend it right with it because I have a crappy blender here. So all right, so basically you freeze the acai overnight. Then I also take a decent amount of blueberries. It depends. Like I try to make this for the week, so I do 2 bananas, chop them up, I put them in the freezer. Then I take a nice, decent-sized bowl of blueberries, and I freeze them with the bananas. And I find that if you're putting fruit in the bowl, freezing it overnight really helps the consistency, makes it come out nice and almost like a frozen yogurt type of consistency, nice and smooth, not too thick, not too watery. Okay, so then like the main grains that I put in here are I put chia seeds, I put hemp hearts. Hemp hearts are like super healthy. It's all in the organic section. I put the coconut flakes in, ground flaxseed. Ground flaxseed's the best. Now I put 1 scoop of protein powder, and I put 1 of these frozen or these yogurts in. Okay, these are the best. If you see, these are 15 grams of protein, and they only have 6 grams of sugar. Okay, the sweetener I use is the blue agave. All right, the blue agave is like, in my opinion, the healthiest sweetener. It's only 16 grams of sugar. You just put a little bit at a time because this stuff is expensive. So ground cinnamon, and you can mix any number of stuff together. Just kind of like to get a feel for it and what your taste is. But I just went at it and just bought like a bunch of different granolas, and I put a scoop in of each just to mix it up. So now the way that I do this is, you don't have to do it this way, but just to get extra protein and whatever every morning, what I do is I mix this and this into the bowl. I mix 1 of these in for the whole blend, for the week, and then I mix 1 scoop of this in also for the blend, and then that's it for just the blend. Then for every individual bowl that I make, I take a very small amount, like maybe this much or so. Like if I took a bowl this size, right? If I took a bowl this size, I fill to about here with the acai blend. Okay, then the rest of it is I take a spoon, like a teaspoon, tablespoon. I just take a regular size spoon of each one of these granolas, and these are all from the organic section. You just go to the fruit and then the organic section, and that's where you get all this stuff. Then I put another whole cup of yogurt in. So I don't put any more extra protein. I put 1 spoon each of the seeds first. I put a little like a small handful of the flaked coconut, 1 spoon of each of the grains, and then if you have any extra fruit, like usually like I'll chop up some kiwi, maybe some kiwi or some mango, whatever extra fruit that you want for toppings. You can even put the same fruit in that you blended in the toppings. I try not to do that. I try to mix in different fruits, try to get a decent amount of variety. But I mean, sometimes it's a pain in the butt. Like I just ran out of fruit and I didn't feel like going to buy some, so I'm just using grains, whatever. So you mix it up, like put pineapples, whatever, mangoes, papaya, whatever fruit, dragon fruit, all that stuff is good. It'll all mix in nice. Make sure you're not allergic to anything first, but I mean, I'm sure if you're allergic to something, you'll know. But yeah, so that's pretty much the morning for me. Every morning I try to make this, and it's made a huge difference. Because it's very high in like fiber. You got a lot of omegas, a lot of protein. There's some sugar in there, but it's good sugar. Like it's gonna make you feel good. And I also I don't drink caffeine or coffee or any sodas or anything like that. So like this is like literally when I get sugar or get energy, that's from this bowl in the morning, and then I have lunch and dinner. But this usually, like, sometimes I'll go a whole day, like, teaching and training, and I'll only have this bowl, and it lasts me, like, I feel good. Really helped with my digestive system. I have acid reflux, so, like, I used to have, like, a lot of gas, and this would help me. This would help me a lot with how my stomach felt, and being able to eat more foods. I noticed I didn't really notice it until after I stopped. Like this week, I didn't have it at all, and I was doing it consistently for the past like 3 months every morning. So when I took off like 3-4 days, I noticed a huge difference where I started to like not feel as good. So I could like something you can't tell sometimes until you start eating healthy, but it's something like right away you feel like big energy boost. It tastes delicious. So this is just it's just real good for your morning. And I mean, you can mix it in, like people really like eggs is really good too. So you can mix that in with eggs. Depends on how much time you have. Like a lot of people don't have time. So like I say, I always tell people you got to meal prep. People are like, oh, I don't like to meal prep because I'm picky, or I like to eat different stuff, and I don't want to eat the same thing every day. It's like, well, this is something you could eat every day, and it has enough variety that you can easily switch up, and it's always going to taste delicious. Like I look forward to this every day. Like I would eat like 50 of these a day if I had all the money to spend on the expensive. Like each thing, like this was $7. This is like $7. So the acai, each one of these drinks is like $6. So it's one of those things, like it is expensive, but you know what? Like it lasts. If you make it last for, like I bought this once. Like this has lasted me. It's been 3 months so far. It's still gonna last me probably another 2 months. Okay, the hemp hearts will run out fast, so that's why I always say use 1 spoon, even though they're the best. And you just want to dump these. Like these hemp hearts, they have a lot of good stuff in them that you can't get usually. So yeah, you just got to be sparing with your ingredients and make them last a little bit at a time. But like these are only like $1 or so it's not super expensive. But so meal prep is really important, because what I do is I just make this blend for the week, and then I use a little bit at a time, and it lasts me, and then I blend it again. So if you go you pick a day that's like your meal prep day, and that's pretty much what I do. Or if I'm doing lunch foods and stuff, I buy like couscous and stuff that's like grainy, that is easy. It's easy to make. It doesn't take very much time. So that's stuff like you don't really have to meal prep, and you can get different flavors and stuff and mix it with chicken or whatever. But I'm not going to go too much in depth on other meals. I just wanted to go over the recipe here because I had some people, some students asking questions about it. So this is going to go up on YouTube, on Facebook, and everything, and then hopefully you guys, hopefully this will help you guys with the recipe. All right.